video I'm going to show you how I set up, plan, prepare to start a brand new cross stitch. In this case it's going to be the mushroom houses that I've recently received from Painting Fairy. What I do with my threads, how I set my box up, how I set my fabric up, whether I use a frame or not, and then I'll start stitching. This is the cross stitch that I'm going to be doing. It's on 14 count Ada. No, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be fun, but no, it's not going to be easy. The mushroom houses definitely have a mind of their own already. There's lots of little bits and pieces in this one. It's quite intricate. I will have to be very organised to be able to do it successfully. The first thing I do is take the chart with the symbols and the colours and the threads all on the list, and then I will scan that in or take a photo of it or whatever you want to do, and then I will create a small sheet that I put into my box. I can fold that up, but that's a very quick, easy reference to be able to use when you're doing your stitching. The boxes I use for my stitching are just normal small work tool boxes. I get mine from Bunnings. I'm not sure wherever you are in the world what your hardware shop might be, but these are just normal tool work boxes. That's all they are. They already have the compartments in here, which makes it nice and quick and easy. I don't have to worry about making compartments, they're already in there. And then I will start putting my threads into that. And depending on the size of the project you're doing, there's different sizes you can get. If it's just a little project without many threads, I'll use a small one. But for the Painting Fairy ones, this one has 50 colours plus doubled up colours as well. You've got one thread of one colour, one thread of another colour. So all in all, there's 69 colours. But the ones for the bobbins, there's 50 of them. So I need a big enough box to put everything into it in one go. Now, what do I do with my threads? I like to bobbin mine. Some people like to work with these. This actually comes from Painting Fairy. It's all set up, but that doesn't work for me. I like to wrap mine onto little bobbins. I'm using plastic bobbins. They're more hard wearing than the paper, and I also number them. I don't use the thread colour. I use the symbol number. That makes it easy to identify when I'm doing the different parts of the fabric. As you can see, I've already started wrapping these threads. I've only done a few so far, I've got a long way to go, but that will take a bit of time. It always takes time. To me, it's well worth it because it's so easy. When I come to stitch, I just take the bit out, the bobbin out, and then just pop it back in again. Rather than, to me, it gets messy using these. I prefer the bobbins, as I said. So, what else do I have in my needlework box? Well, because I can move these in and out, I open up a space along the front here. I open up a space along the front so I can put all my other bits and pieces in. I have a pair of scissors, of course. I'll have a needle threader. There's different types of needle threaders that you can use. I'll get them out here. You've got this one of those, or you have one of these type. I prefer using this other little one. I prefer using this one. I find this much easier for the needle. And what I do to make it easier to pick it up is I'll just tie a bit of embroidery thread just through the hole here, so it makes it easy to pick up. Okay, so all I do is I tie some, go through there, just tie on some embroidery thread and just put a knot in it. It's going to do that for me. There we go. I'll just double knot it, and then I'll just put a knot in the end of it, and then a knot in the end just down here. If it wants to do it, it's been a little bit awkward. There we go, and through there, and we'll just, where's the scissors? I'll just trim the end off, like that. And then you have a little bit of a handle, so to speak. There's a handle there, so it's easy to pick up, And when you're trying to fiddle around in your box, it's so much easier to find and pick up than trying to pick up this little thin, very, very thin piece of metal. Now, do I use a needle minder? Sometimes. I find them okay. I don't find they'll really hold a needle. If you walk away, and to me, if the needle is just loose, with it's not on actually stitched into the fabric, you can lose it, it'll drop off. I normally put my needle through the fabric when I walk away if it's not attached to the fabric itself. If it's a new piece or I've finished stitching and I've cut it off, I'll put it through the fabric. But if I walk away while it's attached to the fabric, I'll often use a needle minder because it's so much easier and quicker for that particular instance. Needles. I like the chenille. I've tried using the tapestry, but with the finer finer fabric, like the 14 count is good. That's easy to use a normal needle, and I use a 24 on that. But for the for the 11 count, I use a 24 needle. For the 14 count, I use a 26 needle. The mushrooms are a 14 count, so I will use a 26 needle. But I've also found with some of the ways that I start and finish my thread, there's no point on the normal tapestry needles that people use. So I like using what you call a chenille needle. It's got a point on the end of it so that it will actually go through the threads. I will show you this later. Go through the threads, and it's much easier to be able to start and finish your thread on the front with a pointed needle. Otherwise, it's very hard and tricky. Lighting for when you're stitching. I love my neck light. It is, I'm probably going to blind you here. I'll try not to. I love my neck lights. It is so easy to use. You've got different colours, different settings. I have mine on white, bright white, and the third setting, so it's really nice and bright. They do need charging frequently. I have about 3 of them, so I take one off, put it on charger, use another, and just keep rotating them. But this is absolutely brilliant. It's okay if you're using a floor lamp. We'll go through all that later too. If you're using a floor lamp, okay, that's fine. Use it overhead. But if you want to sit somewhere where it's a bit dark, or you want to sit where there's no good lighting, these are absolutely fantastic. And you can get them on, you can get mine on eBay. You can get them on eBay or Amazon, one or the other. They're really, really good. Now, frame or not to frame. I haven't decided. I probably will frame. I don't know yet whether I'll use a wooden frame, which means attaching the fabric to it, or just using a Q-snap frame. More than likely it'll be a Q-snap frame because that's easier, and I can take it off, move it around, have the full size of it, or I can just have a small portion I want to work on. Q-snap frames are very versatile. I really love my Q-snap frames. That will probably be the way I would go with this one, because then I can do smaller portions rather than have the whole thing in the frame and have it unwieldy. It's easier. And then when I move it around, or if it's a small frame, I'll just roll this up. I'll show you what I do with that too. I just roll this up and I've got massive long paper clips that I push up and through it, or I use bulldog clips. Either works. Either works. It doesn't have to be expensive. You just think outside the box. What have you got at home that you could help to set up your picture? There's lots of things probably around your house you can use. It's just a matter of thinking, well, what have I got? What can I use? Paper clips, bulldog clips, even hair clips, the ones that bend, even hair clips would work. Whatever you have, you don't have to go out and spend lots of money. You just find what you have and use that. Now, the picture itself is not going to be easy, as it said. They say it's easy? No, it's not going to be easy, this one. There are lots and lots. I'll try and hold it. I hope you can see it okay. There are lots of different bits and pieces, lots of colours. For a small image, or for a small picture, there are a lot of colours in this little picture. Yes, it's going to be fun. No, it's not going to be easy. But challenges are good. We enjoy challenges. And we love the finished product. So we will get it organised and we will start stitching. I have decided I'm going to do half at a time. I can't see if I can show you. I'm going to put one right across and then another one down the sides here, so that I get half of the picture, and do one half, and then I can do the other half. Okay, I've 3/4 got it together. I'll just put this other piece into here. Some of them are very hard to get in. Some of them are impossible to get in. Okay, we got it in eventually. It went with a bit of force. This one here is still a little bit out, but I can't get that one any tight. Oh, I have. There we go. Okay, that's all ready to go. Now next I need to put on my fabric. I'm not sure if you can see how I do this. Maybe I can take the video down a little bit for you. Probably a lot of you know how to use Q-snaps. For those who don't, I'll show you how it works. Put the frame underneath the fabric. This is the fun part. You put it underneath the fabric, then you have to try and get it straight. It has to be straight, otherwise you're stitching crooked. And then you have to push these on, try and find the middle, and push these on, which with painting fairy cross stitch fabric is tricky because it's tight. I think I might have to stand up for this. So I'm getting an angle on it, and I'll have to turn it around so I can get to it easier. And see if we can get it on this way. I should be able to. Yeah, there we go. And then what you do is you twist it around so that it's straight. I think I've got that on there straight. Looks like it. And then you do the same at the bottom. Always do it on the inside. You put them on from the inside because that's how you tighten it. So you put it from the inside and then press down and then straighten it. And there you get it straighter and tight. Then you do your sides. You do your sides the same way. We've pretty much got it even. On the inside, push it right down on the inside. This one wants to go on. Oh, it's a tight one. And then twist it so that it's straight, and then do the same with your other one. Put this one on, and oh, that was easier. And twist that, and then you have a really good frame to be stitching on. And where you start, wherever you want to start is up to you. You can start wherever you want to. I tend to just pick a piece. Often I'll do a big piece first. I'll often work it so that I do a big piece first to get me going, and then I'll start doing little bits. I often do the big bits and then fill the little bits in. This one, I might just start at the top here because that'll give me a good place to be, and then I can decide where I want to go from there. This one being 14 count, I'll probably, for me, need to use a magnifier. That's another story. That's another story. We'll get to that, but I'll probably use a magnifier for this. Those of you who've got really good eyes, it's fine. I used to do it without glasses, but now I need a little bit of extra assistance, but that's okay. So that's all ready to go. I will have my threads organised. I'll get them all bobbined up first before I start stitching. And then I've got my neckline, I've got my scissors, I've got everything I need. Then all I have to do is just start. It's going to be fun. I said I wouldn't be able to resist it, didn't I? I can't resist it. So I thought I'll do this one. I will do Miss Highland Cow, and I'll do Painting Fairy, the big one. I'll have more goes at that, and then I might put Groku and the Sunset aside for now. Yeah, I'll do that because it's too many on the go. It doesn't work, and there's not enough time in the day. It's too busy. So I'm going to probably start this one once I've got the threads all bobbined up. I'm going to start this one. I'll show you when I started. I'll share progress as we go through. I think this one and Miss Highland Cow, because she's my daughter, will be my main focus for the time being. And then when I've done these ones, then we might look at maybe some others. Maybe. Also with Painting Fairy, I forgot to mention, they give you absolutely fantastic charts. These charts are on very good quality paper, glossy paper. They are very well printed. If you want to use them or mark things off, I would copy them, print them, don't use the original. I never use my original, I always copy them and do things. But with these ones there is so much backstitching. I don't like backstitching. But I will do it, I don't know if you can see on this here, all the backstitching, and that's just one section. Lots and lots of backstitching. So that will be a challenge. The stitching to me is easy. The backstitching I find challenging. Let me know what you think about backstitching in the comments below. Let me know what you think and how you work yours, how you set yours up. I'm interested to find out different ways of doing things. Love to learn different ways. If it's something more easy, quicker, let me know, please. Because if I can find an easy way to backstitch or do anything else, that'd be fantastic. I think that will do this video for now. Sorry for all the stop and starts. I had to move things around and do stuff in bits and pieces, but there's a few stop and starts on this one. But this is going to be fun. I'm going to really enjoy this. And do take care, enjoy, like, subscribe, and click the bell so that we can help spread the word for all these, I suppose what you call older crafts. And cross stitching's been around for a long time. Not as long as spinning and knitting, but it's still been around for a long time. And it'd be lovely to spread the word, get more people interested, get beginners in to go into doing it with us as well. Everybody's welcome. So just join in, create the community, and let's go for it. Talk soon.